And of course I forgot something. We still want to hide the items, so I've tacked this on at the end, which seems to mean condition or conditional doesn't have to be there. Optional. Optional is the better word. And I think the S plus here means that we don't care how much space is in between here. It doesn't matter, it's fine. And then just a little true value if you want to hide it. So leave it out if you don't want it there, or true value if you want to hide it. So I'll just make sure it's not broken anything. Yep, okay, it looks good so far. I guess in the window where we draw it, we can just capture if it should be hidden or not. A steal chance, and then we got to add another one. Hidden is equal to match 4. So this I'm just saying if match 4 exists. Hopefully this doesn't throw an error because it might. It might just say, well, there's not a fourth, so error. But it may return undefined if it doesn't exist. So if this exists, just return true. We don't really need the value even though it's set to true. If this exists, we'll take on the value of true that it's hidden, otherwise it's false. And we'll just pass in hidden at the end there. Push hidden shall take on the value of hidden. Okay, that's maybe it for that part. Let's see here where we get the name. You know what, right down here, after we do all that stuff, I'm just gonna catch if it should be hidden. If hidden, we'll set the name equal to some kind of parameter. Item hidden name. Text to display for a hidden item. And let's do another one because I'm feeling adventurous. We'll say show icon when hidden. Hey, get out of here. Should the icon be visible when an item is hidden? Default is going to be false. Item hidden name. Oops. Hmm. show icon when hidden. So if that's equal to true, I think that's, I can't remember how I've done this in the past, but you basically just catch if this value is equal to the string true, and then return true if it is, or false if it's not. That's how we get the boolean out of this. So item hidden name and show icon when hidden. If show icon when hidden, so if we're not showing the icon, then we will set the icon index to 0. Or you know what? Let's just make that one as well. Get a number. Hidden icon index. Okay. I've already forgotten the name. Hidden icon index. To-do. Okay, and we'll just use that instead. So if the icon is not shown when hidden and the icon and the item is hidden, then we'll just set the icon index as something else. So let's reload so we actually see this. We'll say 0 for now, so it should show nothing. It shouldn't be showing the icon anyway. So I think I did this off camera, but I did actually set those to be hidden. Yeah, there we go. The two 10% items are both hidden. So this is good. Let's see what happens if I actually manage to get it, which would be lucky. Still fail. Oh, we got it. We got the dragon blade. Awesome. So if I now steal, yep, it's gone. Very cool. So I suppose I really should have something. Maybe that could be some add-on in the future where if you successfully steal something, it becomes visible in this list. I don't know. How would I even do that? Because now I've said it, I kind of want to do it. Get away. Okay, let's see. Show icon is going to be on. And I also need to pick a random icon to show for a hidden item. No question mark thing. Be 16. Okay, so the regular icon should show now, not the 16 one that I picked. There we go, that's cool, because it's kind of like a teaser of here's what you could be stealing, but you don't actually know what it is. Alright, so then the last test, I guess, would be if the icon isn't shown and we're showing this 16 one. And probably should change the text just to make sure it's doing something. make it a bit more obvious. Unknown. There we go. So it's not showing the original icon, it's showing the one we picked. And it's saying unknown. Cool. Mm, okay, why not? Let's store some data as well. Mm, okay, we've got stolen record here. Stolen record. Um, so we're going to have the game enemy and the steal item data. So yeah, we'll need to have some way of keeping a record and actually turning this on or off. Reveal hidden items after steal. Success. Once you have successfully stolen an item from an enemy, should it be revealed on other instances of the same enemy? Bool, and we're going to say true. Here, reveal hidden items. So here's the target and here's the steal item. So here, this looks like a good place to do it. If that's true, add to stolen record. And we're just going to pass in the target, steal item data. Now, I just need to make sure that I'm not breaking anything. We should only be using steal on an enemy. So let's see what happens if I'm casting cure and things, just to make sure I've not overwritten something I shouldn't have. Maybe I should add in just some safety checks. Yeah, here where we're checking if they've used a steal, maybe we should also just double check that the target isn't enemy. I'm not even sure if this is how we do it, so let's see. Game enemy. Is enemy? Yeah, okay. My memory was correct. Okay, so we only let them steal if it's an enemy, that's fine. Now in here, add stolen record, add to stolen record. So then we're gonna say is item in stolen record. Okay, so we need to search stolen record uh, in the game enemy. So let's just say object.keys. Uh, what is the enemy's index called again? Enemy ID? This isn't just the... Yep, index is what I'd want to avoid, but enemy ID sounds like it's the thing we're looking for. So this grabs the enemy ID from the database, so one would be the goblin. So if the stolen record includes that, but we're going to say if it doesn't include that so we can add it. Equals that. And then we can just check it afterwards. Steal item, and then we can say steal item dot does target have item. We're essentially using this again. Found items. So what is it? It's just the filter. So what are we doing here? We're saying um, yeah, we're saying check the stolen record for this enemy ID and then filter out through these if the item and ID has been stolen, then it will put it into this. And then if we have found any items, so if found items and found items dot length is greater than 0, we'll say true. We have got that item in the stolen record. Otherwise, we will return false. So yeah, this is essentially we're filtering and saying if any of this data class and ID items are in this record, return true. So all we need to do to add to it now we probably shouldn't be doing this unless we're adding. So we should just return. Okay, it's the same line, but instead of adding to the array, well, adding to the object for no reason, we should just return false. because then we're unnecessarily adding items. Yeah, that seems better. So if we don't have this enemy ID in this stolen record, we just return false because there's no items, there's no enemy, let alone an item, so we return false. Okay, then in here we will say stolen record, game enemy, enemy ID is equal to, I think we just dumped the steal item data in here. Dot push is what we want, not equals. So I'm aware that this isn't absolute concrete. The problem would be if you have an enemy and you decide I want to give this weapon at 10%, but then I also want to have that same weapon at 20%. Now, I don't know why you would do that, but maybe you want to. So there's two of the same item on the same enemy, but different steal rates. So my system at the moment, and the way I'll probably keep it, is that it doesn't care that the two items are technically different for like the stealing record anyway. All it cares about is this weapon and this ID, or this armor and this ID. That's all it cares about. It doesn't care about what percentage chance or if it's hidden or not. It's just going to add it to the list if it's been stolen. And I guess doing this, you can have a nice bestiary that has all the things you can steal from an enemy based off of what you know you can steal. But hey, my mind's just wandering now. Let's see if this works. Just for the sake of testing, I'm gonna make all items hidden so that I can get lucky and steal some of the easier items. Let's just test it, see how it goes. We'll figure out what needs fixed afterwards. So we'll try and steal the G's. Okay, we got the 100 gold. So I try and steal, obviously it's gone, but if I check this one now, oh, yep, silly me, I didn't even add the code for revealing an item. So it should be, yep, I've already added the item, cool. Now, this here, if it's hidden, but we also want to check, if this is true, so if the item is hidden, where do we add this? Let's see. Okay, if we should be revealing items, okay, I think this is right. Can we just do break inside an if to get out of the if? No? No good? Hmm. So maybe, I don't know, maybe this should be put into a function and we can just return if we don't want to do stuff. Because this draw item is already a bit of a horrible function, being fair. There's way too much happening in here. Part of me thinks I can just negate this and then wrap it like that. But I feel like that's avoiding the problem of this horrible method that's growing a bit too big. Window steal item dot prototype dot get icon, and then let's do one for window dot steal item dot prototype dot get name. So it's going to be a little bit more code, I think, but it's going to look a lot nicer and be a lot more readable. So we're trying to get the item steal item data. Let's say we're drawing gold. Otherwise, we get the item. I guess we still want to this may be fine. This may be fine to take that out. Just say if you've screwed up the setup, then I guess that's not on the script's problem. It's not the script's problem. Okay, so let's get rid of this negation stuff now. We'll take this out of here. Draw gold. So we don't really need to do a lot of this calculation until afterwards. We can just say you know what, maybe we should keep the calculations first. So we'll get the icon index for gold, or we'll get the icon index for an item. And then we'll say, should the item be hidden? And then if we're doing show icon when hidden, we will return the icon index because we don't really care about anything else. If we are not showing the icon when hidden, then it will be this. But then we will say return 0 at the end as a catch-all.